Hey guys, this was another video request, some more paper cutting tests on some different knives I own. I'm going to try to keep this fairly short. This was requested by KnifeMan777. He wanted to see the Jaguar Classic, the Columbia River Knife and Tool Roll Lock, and my Kershaw ET. I figured I'd just throw in this one. This is the copper lock made by Steel Warrior with the stag handle scales. Regular old little piece of paper here for the tests. I do want to note that the Jaguar is brand new. Okay, have not sharpened it, have not used it. The Columbia River Knife and Tool Roll Lock is not new. It's used, but I never resharpened it. The ET is brand new, never used it, but also never sharpened it. And then this one is also brand new, never used, never sharpened. So these knives, again, they're going to perform, as is. I did not try to touch these up or anything. It's just, it is what it is. So performance on if you buy this same model knife that you see here, it might perform slightly different, because like this one, it's hard to explain, to people. This is brand new, but even from the factory, there could be slight differences in how they arrive, okay? With cheaper knives like this, you get a variety of different, quality levels, I should say. With a good knife, you know that there's a good quality control and that all of them are going to be pretty much the same. With these, they're kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they come sharp, sometimes they don't. Now, I can tell you, I know that this is sharp. I don't think, to be honest, just because of the poor, or not, I shouldn't say poor, but the lesser quality steel in this, and the fact that it's just a cheaper knife in general, it's not going to be, I think, sharp enough to cleanly slice through paper, but, who knows. I'll find out right now. I just took these out. I have not tried this. Let's try the serrations first. Yeah, see, kind of tore a little bit. Well, it's cutting through, but it's definitely not clean. It's not pretty. Let's try the plain edge side. Same deal. It's cutting, but see, there time it skipped over, but it's not a clean cut. So is this sharp? Yes, it's very sharp. Sharp enough to cleanly slice through paper? As you can see, not yet. So that's just what it is. Let's try the Columbia River Knife and Tool Roll Lock. This one, again, this one is used, was never touched up or anything. Let's give this a go. Oh, fairly sharp. Not super clean. See, that one it started cutting a little bit and then it just tore. So this one obviously shows signs that it has been used, and that was a really nice clean cut. So again, it's hit and miss. This one really should be, see? This one really should be touched up, which of course now I will do. Let's see, Kershaw ET. I like to note that I'm still not comfortable using this knife one-handed. I've owned this for probably, I don't know, 3 weeks now, and no problem opening it with two hands, but one-handed is still a little iffy. If you didn't see my other video, you're just pushing down on that. But I know this guy, I haven't actually used this for much besides some other paper cutting, so I know this one's sharp. Razor sharp. Whoops. Yeah, this one's cut nice and clean. So, it's a given. It's also a brand new knife, so of course it should be sharp. Last one here is that copper lock. Let's try main blade. Running out of paper here, but very nice. Very sharp. Now, this is a cheaper knife. This is only like $10 or $15, depending on where you buy it. These will come razor sharp. I believe these use a 440 C stainless. So if you're in the market for something cheap but more traditional, like this, like kind of a slip joint style knife, I really like these by Steel Warrior. Very nice clean cuts. Let me try that secondary blade. And this still, you see this is brand new, it still has a sticker. For these, they individually test each knife for Rockwell hardness, and that's like a little arrow. The sticker says tested 56 to 58 Rockwell, and it's pointing to a little tiny dot that the actual Rockwell machine had made, in testing it. Let me get a bigger piece here. Yep, nice clean cuts. Whoops, that piece is too floppy. Actually, I can't get any stability. There you go. So, you know, they are sharp. They are sharp knives. Let me try to clean this table up a little for you here. I know this wasn't too exciting, this video, mainly because they aren't all razor sharp. And that's kind of what I wanted to get at, is that, you know, once you use a knife, or sometimes, in the case of the Jaguar, even if you don't use a knife, sometimes they're not always sharp. ET, beautiful knife, sharp, came sharp. It's going to stay sharp for a while. It's got a decent blade steel on it. Columbia River Knife and Tool came ridiculously sharp. Use it a little bit, it's going to dull on you. That's what happens with knives, I wanted this to be a real video. This is really what condition these are in right now as I have them. Jaguar, brand new, never touched it. But not the best. Not the best as far as a user. But to tell you the truth, I would never use Jaguar brand knives. They're folders, fixed blades, anything for a user knife. I love them for flipping, okay? But if I were to use a balisong to actually use the cutting edge, in daily cutting tasks, I would definitely go with something different, okay? Probably a Benchmade, maybe even a Dalton or a Spyderco. But like I said, they have their advantages. Their cheap balisongs are a little bit better than other people's cheap balisongs. So they all have their advantages and disadvantages. This guy, great value, definitely. I already have a video on these. If you do a search for cheap knives, traditional, I think is the title. Kershaw AT, amazing user knife, if you can get the mechanism down. Once you get comfortable with that, I'd say it's a great knife. But for me, I wanted to check it out myself. Not my cup of tea, really, to be honest. Great user, but I like a knife I can easily, operate. And this one I just have not, got my niche down yet with it. So, Columbia River Knife and Tool, Rolock 1. Great user knife, great beater knife. You can get them really cheap, for the most part under $20. And some places they're on sale for $8, like eknifeworks.com. Really cool knife, The blade steel is a little bit soft, so you're going to want to be able to sharpen that up. If you don't have a sharpening system or sharpening stone of some kind, you might want to, I don't know, get something a little bit better, so you don't have to maintain the edge. But if you do have basic sharpening knowledge, it could be a great user knife. And Jaguar balisong, only good for flipping. It's good for flipping. It's great for flipping if you don't have any money, but definitely not a good user. Okay, so stay away from that one if you're buying a balisong to carry and use to cut things. So I guess that's it. I guess I lied because I wanted to keep this short, and I said I was going to keep it short, and I see the timer's at 8 minutes and 9 seconds. So it wasn't short, and I apologize for that. I know it's a little brutal, watching some of these knives not cut so well, but like I said, just trying to keep it real and show you what's going on. So that's it, KnifeMan777. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their day. Thank you again.